biggest entertainment event of the year is almost here, and we've
Posibil
got
să
your
joc
all
acel
access
joc cu
pass. IGN
un prieten.
live from San Diego Comic-Con. World premiere trailers
Să-l
and breaking
pun pe
news as
canal
it
când va
happens.
ieși.
The biggest
Să
stars
vedem.
and the world's best cosplay.
Momentan
IGN
vreau să fac
live from
foarte
Comic-Con.
multe proiecte,
Coverage
dar
starts July 19th.
puțin
Two
timp.
friends, one
Puțin timp
controller.
pentru a le face pe
IGN's Link
toate.
Together turned Zelda Breath of the Wild into a co-op experience where Link is controlled by two players via splitting the Joy-Cons. Hyrule becomes a much more dangerous place, and friendships teeter on the edge. Check out Link Together Thursdays at 3 p.m. Pacific.
IGN is the world's #1 media brand for video games and entertainment. From breaking news and brand new trailers to reviews, let's plays, and the latest tips and tricks, IGN brings you the videos you crave everywhere you watch. Whether you're on the IGN app, PlayStation, Xbox, YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, or IGN.com, IGN's got you covered on everything you care about. IGN, the #1 source for video game fans worldwide.
Da, timp
Did
să
you know that
mulțumesc,
IGN has an app that gives you all the tools you love right in the palm
să
of your
mulțumesc
hands?
chiar IGN-ului
It's
pentru că
fast, and you can save
fără
videos
ei
and
nu cred că era
articles later.
posibil, cel
Check your
puțin nu așa de
personalized
ușor,
feed or check out all the
să
latest reviews. Download
vezi,
it now on the iOS or Android app
să
store.
înregistrezi conferințele. După cum se poate vedea, chiar dacă conferința este terminată, este urcată toată. Adică, frate, filmulețul ăsta are 9 ore 40. E ceva să vezi toată arhiva întreagă. Ia să vedem.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to day 2 of IGN Live at E3. I'm Damon Hatfield, and we're coming to you live from Los Angeles, where in just a few minutes, Microsoft will kick off its E3 2017 briefing and unveil a little thing called Xbox Scorpio. Remember, no matter where you are, you can catch IGN Live's coverage of E3. We're on Facebook, Twitter, your console, your phone, and we're working on telepathy for 2018. Over the next half hour, we're going to talk everything Xbox One, including the debut of the most powerful console ever made, Scorpio. Plus, we'll take a look at Crackdown 3 and Rare's latest, Sea of Thieves. And that's only the beginning of today's coverage. After Microsoft, we'll have a special live edition of Up at Noon at 7:30 p.m. Pacific. And then at 8:30, we'll kick off our Bethesda pre-show and take you to the press conference where Wolfenstein and The Evil Within 2 likely await. But first, last year, Microsoft announced it was working on Project Scorpio, a revision of the Xbox One that promised to be the most powerful console ever. Ryan McCaffrey explains everything you need to know in this Road to E3 report.
Project Scorpio, as no doubt most of you know by now, is Microsoft's successor to the Xbox One, but not a generational successor. It is a mid-cycle upgrade in the same way the PlayStation 4 Pro is. It promises, nevertheless, to be the most powerful console ever made, with all sorts of fancy numbers thrown at it that should help a lot of games run very, very well in 4K. Since its E3 unveiling / teasing last year, we have in fact heard about Project Scorpio recently. Microsoft partnered up with one of the more tech-oriented sites out there to release the raw numbers, the technical specifications of what this thing can do under the hood. But we still haven't seen it. We don't know what it looks like. We don't know how much it costs. We don't know what the release date specifically is. Still a lot more to learn. I expect the bulk of Microsoft's conference to revolve around Scorpio in some way. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they kicked off with it and said, okay, let's not beat around the bush. Here's Scorpio. Here's what it looks like. Here's how much it costs. Here's when it's coming out. Now let's show you all the games that this thing is going to make look really good, and then they'll just go game after game after game. So I expect the Scorpio narrative to be very, very prevalent in Microsoft's E3 press conference this year. I am very much looking forward to seeing what Crackdown 3 is finally all about after all these years. It already had this cloud-powered thing going on, so with a more powerful raw box, that should hopefully make Crackdown 3 even more destructive and enjoyable. We're looking forward to seeing State of Decay 2. That's been a sequel that we've kind of known about for a while or assumed was happening. It was announced at E3 last year. It's 4-player, co-op again. You know, big open world, lots to do.
Dacă vreți să jucați cu niște prieteni, joc survival contra la
There are
zombie.
just so many huge third-party games hitting this fall. Destiny 2,
Destiny este mai mult recomandat
but Battlefront 2, Call of Duty World War 2, a lot of twos, a lot of good times to be had.
whether it's third party or first party. And
Red
for
Dead
Sports
Redemption,
Motorsport 7, I'm forgetting
no
like
comment.
the big signature game that they're probably going to be
Forza,
pushing on the Scorpio
iarăși,
this
pentru o
fall.
nișă
Car
specială de
games
oameni.
always go with new consoles.
Mie îmi plac
It's
foarte
just
mult jocurile
it's
cu
like
mașini, dar
practically a law. You have to do it. You have to have
cele
sexy cars to go with
arcade,
your
cum e
souped-up new
NFS,
console.
nu cele
It's a chance
realiste.
for Microsoft to flex their muscle again. We haven't seen them really be this aggressive and this confident in a long time. We really saw that confidence at E3 last year, and it's going to be interesting to see what they can do. I mean, Xbox now should be the place where the third-party games play the best, and Microsoft hasn't been able to rightfully claim that
este un lucru
since this
frumos
generation
la
started.
Xbox, e faptul că e compatibil cu Windows 10. Oh.
That was a quick look at Scorpio, obviously the biggest topic of today. Joining me to break down all of the news and announcements and leaks, Ryan McCaffrey, Gav Murphy, and Alana Pierce.
Pare că e tipa de ieri,
are we
dacă
ready
mă
for the
înșel.
first party conference
Drăguță
of
și
E3?
deșteaptă.
T-minus 15 minutes. Looking forward to it.
Okay, so now we've covered everything that's coming up. Let's talk about what we hope to see today from Microsoft. Maybe we should start with that alleged price. $500, $499.
What's that in, like, the Queen's money? I need, like, British pounds.
You tell us.
I know, actually. I don't know what it is.
Ryan, does that sound... Does that price surprise you?
No, it doesn't surprise me. That's what I've been expecting all along. We've been conditioned by Phil Spencer, premium console, premium console, premium console. So you think premium price. They did just temporarily cut the price of the Xbox One S, which would create a pretty large price gap.
$300 gulf.
I think, $499, it seems like, the console is going to be a good console, but man, against the $399 PS4 Pro, are they going to be able to convince a lot of people to jump over into the Xbox ecosystem? I'm not sure.
The thing is, especially with 4K, in theory, if I want to buy a Scorpio, I need the $500 console, and then I need a 4K TV, which isn't cheap either. So for me, I'm tempered with those expectations. I need to wait to prove that it's worth that money, and hopefully we'll find that out today.
Yeah. Do we think we'll get a release date today?
Yeah.
Well, it would be shocking if we didn't, because after a year of teasing, they've got to tell us when it's coming. They've got to.
So you think they open up the show with Xbox Scorpio?
I do. It's what everybody, they get that out of the way, and then they can just go game after that. So I think we'll see the whole thing, see the box, get the price, get the release date, and then all right, now every game you're about to see is souped up by Scorpio.
I like you say get out of the way as if it's like small. They just get the console out of the way, get it done with, get the games in. Come on, let's.
Well, they closed with it last year too, right? So it's kind of fitting to open with it this year.
It's also apparently Scorpio is the actual name of the console. If Best Buy.
I'm not sure I believe that yet.
Really?
I really wonder if that could be a placeholder because, Nintendo Switch in the name alone tells you something about what that console does. PS4 Pro tells you something about what that console is.
The thing Scorpio is, Ryan, it's powered by actual scorpions.
Yeah, that's
terrifying. Don't crack it open.
It's the most organic console ever made. Yeah, so I don't know.
Nu o deschide că te înțeapă scorpionii.
Like,
true.
I call it a Scorpio. It's cool. Scorpio's a badass, right?
Yeah, that's true. What do you, in terms of games, what would really get you excited to play with the power of Scorpio, Gav?
I guess it's got to be Halo, man. Like, they've got to do something with Halo.
You think we're going to see Halo today?
I think it'd be really silly not to.
We were warned not to expect anything Halo-related.
That's probably why, though. I think they'd probably try to play it cool and be like, no, don't expect Halo. Boom, Halo straight away.
Yeah. I think Forza Motorsport 7 is a really good way to show off graphics. We already know that
car
racing
games always do the job.
Exactly. So I'm expecting that really early on. But I think Crackdown will do a really good job of that as well. If we see Crackdown 3, it'll be open world. It's really destructive. We're going to see a lot of explosions and chaos. I think those are really good ways to show off Scorpio.
The one we're forgetting to mention that I think it's not quite top of mind, but I think it probably will be by the end of this conference in another hour and a half, 2 hours. State of Decay 2.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a game. We just got that CG teaser last year, but the original game is so well liked. The mechanics of it were so good that that is a game I think that is primed to really make the leap from just cool game that got a lot of neat stuff right with the first game to just turning into a blockbuster with the sequel.
They did say we can expect State of Decay 2 to be more AAA. Which I don't know what that means entirely, but bigger budget and probably looks prettier.
It should mean fewer bugs, because as great as State of Decay was, it was a very
buggy mess,
lacking in polish.
Gav, for you, in your mind, what would make the Xbox Scorpio a must-buy? You just have to have this upgrade.
In games.
Yeah.
Man, I think like a really cool sports game. Like, I think, like, if they show off, like, some kind of, like, mental Madden stuff, I think, because Madden looks amazing. I was watching it on the EA stuff yesterday.
Exactly,
like, the new, like, story mode looks really, really good. And I think, like, that, as well as, like, I'm not really into racing games, but it does show off, like, how good a console is for a racing game. But I think, like, a really cool, like, FMV style like Madden would be really good.
Yeah, they did mention. EA did mention yesterday that they were using their sports games to take advantage of Scorpio.
Yeah.
What about Need for Speed Payback that they showed yesterday?
Yeah, that looks really good. I guess, like, I mean, it's a bit sillier. That's what I like about it, because I'm just not very good at racing games. And same with, like, I'll look at, like, Forza Motorsport and be like, yeah, that's really nice. Like, poof, straight into a wall.
Yeah. And then you have to drive for 15 minutes straight, and you're like, wow.
Yeah, I'll watch somebody else drive. I'll be better at that. Yeah, I'll be a passenger.
Well, one of the games we hope will benefit from the extra power of Scorpio is Crackdown 3. Here is everything we know so far about the open world mayhem.
Means Forza Horizon 3 can be bent to your desires like never before in the series. Combined with dazzling visuals, outstanding sound design, and well-honed driving, the results are fantastic. There are times I feel the only way...
Obviously, not Crackdown 3. Unless the game has changed, I don't know.
It's changed a lot.
I didn't even notice.
I know we haven't seen it
in a couple years since we've seen Crackdown 3. But while we reset, we can talk about Crackdown 3 for a minute. I think it's been since summer 2015 since we've seen that game.
Yeah, lots of people, like, really, really into that as well.
Yeah,
like,
that beta never happened. Or at least hasn't happened yet.
It's crazy, though, because a couple of people in the office have played it. People have played it 3 years ago at Gamescom, so it's like, how have we not seen anything of it since then? It's insane.
I think we have our clip ready. We can throw you to Crackdown 3 now.
Some people look out on the city and just see lights. I see lives, Agent, burning with hope for a better future.
Now, we haven't heard too much about Crackdown 3 lately, but the last time we got hands-on time with it was at Gamescom. They had a demo that was multiplayer. You got to blow up a whole bunch of buildings. It was really, really awesome and showed the power of the clouds. Seriously, though, that cloud computing thing sounds really freaking cool. And when they showed how many more processes they could do while blowing up all these buildings at the same time in a multiplayer setting, stuff like that just looks awesome. I am seriously really stoked for this game. The original Crackdown was really, really exciting because you could just make a big pile of cars, blow them all up, and it really showed the processing power of the 360. And it was awesome to see developers kind of having fun with this sandbox where you were basically a super soldier that could throw cars. Now, they're resetting with Crackdown 3. They have some of the original devs again, bringing back that heart, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do with next-gen hardware like the new Xbox. So Xbox is saying that the Scorpio console is going to be the most powerful console ever, and the tech specs back that up. So I'm really excited to see what that means gameplay-wise. Fully destructible worlds? Can I go into a town and blow up every building? That would be a playground of destruction. So the big rumor that's been going around is that Crackdown 3 is going to be at E3. A lot of people teasing this on Twitter and such. I would love it to be there. I want to see this game again. I want Microsoft to come out swinging, and Crackdown 3 would be a big punch to the competition. So there's no secret that Xbox needs killer exclusives on their platform, and with the most powerful piece of gaming hardware, which is what they're marketing it as, a game like Crackdown 3 is going to give them a chance to showcase that power, and it would be great to see that on the stage. Crackdown 3 could actually be a killer app for the Scorpio. My dream for Crackdown 3 at E3 this year would definitely be a release date with the Scorpio. That would make me want to buy that console day one.
We do what we always do. We go to work.
Did you know that IGN has an app that gives you all the tools you love right in the palm of your hands? It's fast. And you can save videos and articles for later, check your personal feed, or check out all the latest reviews. Download it now on the iOS or Android App Store.
The biggest entertainment event of the year is almost here, and we've got your all-access pass. IGN live from San Diego Comic-Con. World premiere trailers and breaking news as it happens. The biggest stars and the world's best cosplay. IGN live from Comic-Con. Coverage starts July 19.
Two friends, one controller. IGN's Link Together turned Zelda Breath of the Wild into a co-op experience where Link is controlled by two players via splitting the Joy-Cons. Hyrule becomes a much more dangerous place, and friendships teeter on the edge. Check out Link Together Thursdays at 3 p.m. Pacific.
IGN is the world's #1 media brand for video games and entertainment. From breaking news and brand new trailers to reviews, let's plays, and the latest tips and tricks. IGN brings you the videos you crave everywhere you watch. Whether you're on the IGN app, PlayStation, Xbox, YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, or IGN.com, IGN's got you covered on everything you care about. IGN, the #1 source for video game fans worldwide.
Exclusive cu totul practic și Nu prea e bine pentru ei, sincer. Dar acum cu o lansare de consolă și dacă arată și niște titluri, da, își vor reveni cu siguranță. Bun.